I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cowboy hat. This guy's going to be trying on the hat that the cowboy left on his saddle horn as he was going down to the mud bog. So, what I want to do is I want to get the size of the hat, the brim. Now I'm going to make the brim armature out of this folder material because it's the best stuff for making armatures for hats, I found. No matter what the size. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to get out here, and then I go out a reasonable distance from the center of the head to the about as far as I would think the brim would go. And then I come down here on this. And this kind of a wax, I don't know what this is, plastic covered paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to center that, and I'm just going to make a kind of a almost faint line or inscribed line on the folder, and then I'm going to get my X-Acto knife and cut it out. Alright, I've got the brim cut out. Now I want to get the thing centered on his head, because the hat is going to fit down on his head. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the top of his head, because the hat will be sitting down on his head. It's much easier to cut away the top of the head and use that as the basis for the brim, so that you get the correct size for the brim. Alright. Okay, the next thing I want to do is start adding clay to the brim itself. And I'll do that on both sides. And I'm making it thin. I don't want to make it thick. Alright, I've put the top of his head on the top of the hat, and I'm centering it. This way I get the right measurement for the top of his head. And now I start building up the crown of the hat. The nice thing about it is if this turns out to be too big of a brim, I can always take it back a little bit with a knife. Now I'm going to make this a kind of a real floppy hat, because the early cowboys, you know, in the 1860s, 70s, they didn't have the Tom Mix style hat. See, that's the nice thing about this plastic style covered folder material, is when you put clay on it, it just holds its shape when you position it. back together just so I can see what it looks like. As you can see, the Indian on the back horse there is trying on the cowboy's hat that was hanging on the saddle of the horse that will have a saddle on it eventually. The cowboy had left on the horse. So, I think that's a pretty good idea with the hat. I think it's going to add to the storyline.